What's good, YouTube? What can't you use to win? This is the 7th place deck profile of Nestor Tambassopoulos. Hopefully I didn't murder your name. But he managed to take 7th place at the Catskill, New York regional here with Trickstar Zoo. I don't think I've seen anything combining these two strategies, but here it is, taking a very strong 7th place at a regionals. Let's go ahead and get into the deck profile and then talk about it a little. Round 1 I played against Pendulums. He seemed really new, but I 2-0'd him. Round 2 played against Pure Zoo, 1-2-0. Round 3 I played against Draco Zoo. My god, this match was annoying. Game 1 was so grindy and we finished with 3 minutes left in the round. He's taking incredibly long and unfortunately didn't call a judge. I really should have called the judge because one turn he literally took 10 minutes. It was my fault completely, but we ended up drawing in time. Round 4. Once more I played against Draco Zoo. I debarriered him game 1, game 2 he won, and game 3 I did the droll and lock slime. Round 5. Round 5 was my feature match against dinosaurs. I won the dice roll and lost game 1. I was pretty shook. Game 2 Droll and Lock saved me and I dealt 4,200 damage, putting him low enough for me to kill him the following turn. Game 3 I had D-Barrier and Trickstar combo again to deal 7,000 damage to him. Round 6 I played against Evan Yang. We see each other a lot at events and he's pretty neat. Evan was playing Pure Zoo with Ashes in the main, which caught me off guard. All he saw was Pure Zoo and no Trickies, so he thought he would take the Ashes for game 2 out. He ended up giving me the Swift 2-0 though. Round 7, I played against Chainburn. He opened Demise 2 games in a row, and I gave him the Swift 2-0. He wasn't very good at the game. He tried to argue that Magic Cylinder does not target. Round 8, I played against another Pure Zoo, and he won the dice roll. It came down to game 3. Everything was looking pretty bad. He had a buff board with 2 sets, but I broke through and won the game, securing my top 8. Shoutouts! Firstly and most importantly, I'd like to shout out Team Dirty Koala Moist for being the best, in quotes, team in North America. Secondly, I'd like to shout out our store Comic Book Depot. The Depot boys have done it again. A special thanks to Jonathan Moore for featuring me on his channel again. Keep up the good work. Can't wait to see the flame. So what they're referencing here is I have 3 uncut sheets from Dirty Koala Moist with a promise that one day I'll be burning them on the channel. I've got to find a good place to burn those and a good story to tell with them while I do it. But I promise, they're actually right over here. But actually, you know what? Just to trigger people to know that a one-time prize is gonna meet its fate. Signed by Team Dirty Koala Moist themselves. I have them in very easy access. Let me make sure you guys can see this just fine. Dirty Koala Moist. So yes, I still have these with the intent to burn them. Don't worry. I hold to my promises. I've just got to find a cost-effective, nice way to burn them. Like, probably some kind of fire that's going to be natural, like a barbecue, the end of a barbecue or something. But let's go ahead and get into this deck. I'm sure you all are just here for that. We've got 3 Candina, 3 Horus, 3 Trickstar Reincarnation, 3 Light Stage, 3 Dimensional Barrier, 2 Floodgate Trapple, 1 Maxi, 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, 3 Shuffle Reborn, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Raigeki, 2 Pot of Desires, 3 Barrage, 2 Rat Pier, 1 Ram, 3 Whiptail, 1 Thoroughblade, and 1 Combo. Being able to have 11 Zoo cards as an engine and still play the Trickstars in the main. On the side, you have the strategy to be able to take their hand, 3 Disturbance Strategy, and 3 Droll and Lockbird. Got 2 Kaiju Slumbers, 1 Gamma Seal, 1 Kumongous, 1 the Star Destroying Kaiju, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, and 3 Ash. Basically, if you don't know how to take their hand, you just wait for them to add a card to the hand themselves, or you have to have two things to force them to add. You activate the first in its own chain, you let it resolve, and in a new chain, you chain the Disturbance strategy and the Drone Lock in response to the ad. So the Drone Lock resolves first, the next one, whichever you activate, will take away their hand and not give them a new one. We've got, in the extra 3 Chalkanine, 3 Tiger Mortar, 1 Hammer Kong, 3 Trident, 2 Bull, 1 Boar, a Misses, and a Decode Talker. Basically able to just max so far his extra deck to the zoos because the Trickstars don't really use anything. So my main thing here is you don't have the double summon strats. You don't have things to help you get the inf advantage off of the Candinas, but I do think that Zoo, while it lasts in this meta along with the Shuffle Reborns for the extension plays, I do think that Zoo is just so powerful, it's so hard to ignore, that it ends up even in a deck that had no inclination in the OCG to ever be with it because it had already moved on kind of by that point. So I think it's very interesting to see a meta where that kind of thing develops, to where you have Trickstars mixing with Zoo and topping a regional, something that I don't think a lot of people would have called. I hadn't heard personally at least anything mixing the two together. But what about you guys? Did you guys see this one coming? Did you see Zoo mixing? And by the way, the story for these, so you boyos know, Team Dirty Koala Moist basically took an L the round before, I believe, the final, or early in a team tournament at a YCS, and then they get to the finals, they beat PPG, meaning there's no undefeated, and they beat their team, and then PPG still won the secret rares because they lost in the final round. So due to tiebreakers, despite even beating the winners, they didn't even get the ultras, they got the supers. They came up to me and you're like, yo, we're giving these with the promise that one day you're gonna burn these on your channel, so don't worry. We'll trigger some people later, but that's not the only thing burning here. Trickstar Zoo, definitely a great look at this deck. For I think the first Trickstar look at our deck also. I have a deck profile I need to upload as well. That is like a top 100 dueling book, or top 50 dueling book Trickstar deck that focuses on other strategies. But here you guys go.